We are only a few weeks away from Chapter 5, a live event. Everything is ready, the rocket is up, and the time machine has been delivered by John Jones. Now all they have to do is attach the time machine on the rocket, and the live event is on. If you're enjoying Fortnite OG, please leave a like, subscribe, and use code SMJM. And going back to Chapter 4, Season 4, after defeating Kato Thorne, Agent Jones and Dr. Sloane made a plan to save Fortnite yet again. After testing if the time machine was still working, they find out the time machine was stuck in Chapter 1, Season 5, and they made a decision to send Agent Jones back to Chapter 1 while Dr. Sloane remains on the Chapter 4 map. The only way she can communicate with Agent Jones is through these recordings. And she reminds him multiple times that whatever he does on the Chapter 1 map will have an effect on the future. Agent Jones is basically changing the future of Fortnite. She also reminds Agent Jones to stick to the plan and he must complete this mission. Now we know that Jones is experienced when it comes to things like this. He has single-handedly saved Fortnite for hundreds of years, but this is his biggest mission and everyone is counting on Agent Jones. When we started playing Fortnite OG, we noticed that even though a lot of things looks the same, the locations, the weapons and vehicles, but there are little things that we notice is not the same. For example, when people landed at Tilted Towers, they noticed one of the most important building in Tilted, Big Bertha, is missing. And then we noticed Polar Peak not being the same. Even locations such as Happy Hamlet was missing as well. Now this means that this OG Fortnite map is not the original Chapter 1 map. This is in fact a Chapter 1 map from an alternate universe. This is the reason why even the Battle Pass skins are not the same from the OG Battle Pass skins, even though they look the same. In a way, it feels good to know that Jones is changing the future of an alternate Fortnite universe and not the original one that we had. Because if this was the original Fortnite universe, then he would have erased everything that happened in Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4. Also, this tells us that the outcome of the live event is going to be different. When Agent Jones reaches the Fortnite map, he finds himself in the middle of a Pleasant Park. Now, his first job is to bring the time machine to Dusty Divot because he knows that the 7 are going to set up a rocket right there and try to destroy the 0 point. But on his way there, when he's passing Loot Lake, he gets into an accident. His truck slips on a banana peel and ends up in the Loot Lake. And he uses a quad crasher to transport the time machine. Finally, on week 3, he has reached Dusty Divot with the time machine just in time as well because the rocket is all set up and ready to go. Now he's got one more thing to do: convince the scientists. Now, if you guys didn't know, in Chapter 1, Agent Jones was part of the Imagine Order, and obviously the Imagine Orders are the enemies of the 7. It is the reason why when the Foundation saw Agent Jones for the first time in Chapter 2 live event, he starts fighting him, because Jones wasn't just another employee of the Imagine Order, he was actually a field agent. Sloane gave him orders and he went out there and did it, and he must have come across the 7 multiple times and has defeated them pretty much all the time. But just showing up to the 7 and just telling them that he's here to help would be very tough, but being Agent Jones, who always has a solution for a problem, convinces the scientist, I guess by telling him all the secrets that he's learned about the scientists since he's been helping the 7. The 7 agrees to help Agent Jones. They attach the time machine on the rocket. We also have to remember that the time machine is still destabilizing. It is bringing different seasons way earlier than it's supposed to, and because of this destabilization, the Loot Lake Island, rather than exploding, it exposes the 0 point. The 0 point will be out in the open, making it vulnerable, meaning the 7 can yet again use this meteoroid Droid and try to destroy the 0 point. And you might be wondering, why are the 7 going ahead with this plan? Because Agent Jones already knows that the 7 fails during the end event, and rather than destroying the 0 point, they create a giant black hole. And this is because Agent Jones has not told the 7 the full truth. Because if Jones tells the 7 that their rocket plan to destroy the 0 point is going to fail, the 7 will not go ahead with the rocket plan. So Agent Jones kind of lied to them a little bit, and obviously this lie he's told them is for a good cause, and he had no other way. Final week of OG Fortnite, the countdown can be seen in the lobby and also on the map as well. Just before the live event, Dr. Sloane leaves Agent Jones a final message that confuses everyone. This whole time we have been led to believe that Agent Jones and Dr. Sloane has this massive plan to save Fortnite, and since they have been doing this for hundreds of years, we believe them. But in this final recording, Dr. Sloane leaves Agent Jones. She says, "This is the first time in countless lifetimes that I don't know what happens next. We're both heading off into the unknown." So it turns out this plan that they have is not really an actual plan. It's more like a shot in the dark and let's just hope it turns out well kind of plan. Fortunately, this is just a video game and we know exactly what is going to happen next. During the end event, we will see this time machine attached to this rocket. The event will be very similar to the event that we got in chapter 1. A meteoroid will be there. The 7 will try to riff the meteoroid just above the Loot Lake Island, hoping that they're going to destroy the 0 point. Just like in chapter 1, the meteoroid heads straight towards the 0 point, but instead of destroying the 0 point, just like in chapter 1, there is going to be a black hole. Now, this black hole is going to be our downtime, but now in chapter 1, the black hole lasted for 3 days. But fortunately, this black hole will only last for about 8 to 12 hours. And when the Fortnite is back the next morning, we will be on the chapter 5 map. Currently, the chapter 5 map is codenamed Helios, and this is how the map actually looks like. Judging by this map, it looks like it is going to be like a remix version of the chapter 2 map. And even though it's a remix version, it is going to be very different because just in the first week of chapter 5, we are going to see a racing mode, Lego collaboration, and much more. So leave a like for chapter 5.